Hey guys, welcome to our podcast, Appropriately.
Today we will be taking on a Q&A session. During this Q&A session, me and Jared will be going back and forth, asking each other questions as well as answering them.
Kayla, you can go first.
Okay. So, the first question is, what TV show or movie can you quote?
Like, fully quote the entire thing, you think?
Almost. Like every line.
Oh, man. So, I don't think there's any movie or TV show that I can fully quote.
Okay.
But my favorite movie is Baby Driver by Edgar Wright.
Okay.
So, that I can quote a lot of. So,
All right.
I guess you could say that. What about you?
I think mine would definitely be the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Nice.
It's my favorite Christmas movie, and it just cracks me up. But I can quote the whole thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Joe, your turn.
Cool. Are you superstitious or just a little stitious?
I think it's like a reference to The Office.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. A friend gave that question to me.
Gotcha.
But I'm not superstitious, so I guess a little stitious would be the answer. What about you?
I mean, I believe in the Holy Ghost, but besides that, I'm not really superstitious. So, yeah, I guess you could say I'm a little stitious.
Okay, cool. Next question. So this is like my personal favorite just because of the story I can tell from it, but what is the most awkward thing that has ever happened to you?
All right. So, one time when I was little, we were it was some sort of like museum or something being given a tour.
Okay.
And in the middle of the tour, I yawned. But I also had the hiccups.
Oh, no.
So in the middle of my yawn, I hiccuped. And it made this, like, everyone was quiet listening to the tour guide, and I was in the back, and all of a sudden, like, this noise came out of me. I did not mean to make it at all. I don't even know how to imitate it, but, like, it almost sounded like I was dramatically gasping for air, just because, like, my, like, vocal cord was open because I was yawning, and then I like sucked air in because I hiccuped. It was really bad, very embarrassing. Would not recommend ever doing it. But yeah, that's that.
I mean, that's hilarious. Like not your pain in that moment, like the embarrassment, but it's just
Looking back,
story.
it's funny. Yeah.
So mine was my freshman year of high school. I remember one day, like we had just walked into the school, like getting ready for classes. And we were walking up these two sets of stairs, and I just remember like a group of people in front of me, a group of people behind me, and then this one girl in front of me dropped her glove. And then I think I was wearing a scarf or something, and like I tripped on my scarf up the stairs as I was like thinking, I'm like, should I tell this girl that she dropped her glove? So I tripped, and then everybody looks at me like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. And then I still looked down again at the glove, and I tripped again.
Oh my! So like, twice in a row.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And I was like, wow. Everyone's like, who is this bozo that can't walk upstairs?
Wow, that sounds really embarrassing.
But yeah, it was like funny looking back, but I was like, how did I do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. She never got her glove back.
Oh, to this day,
it was
still looking for
I
her
mean,
glove.
maybe she got a new pair, hopefully, but.
Yeah, or just one of her heads is cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're up.
Let's see. What is your favorite superpower, or what would you want your superpower to be?
So I think if I'm being honest, I'm a nosy person. So I would like to be like invisible, I guess, because then you can just like listen. Like that sounds super bad of who I am, but I'm just super nosy and curious. Yeah. So what about you?
I'd say. Well, okay, this is more like superhero because it's a combination of powers. Okay. But I would say like Spider-Man. In my opinion, he's the coolest. Just like the story of how he got his powers and like how like obviously not realistic, but not like some superheroes have like Superman has way too many powers. It's unrealistic, but his is like he still has some weaknesses, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool. But realistically, if I could have any superpower, it's really cliche, but like. It would be awesome to be able to fly.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'd probably go with that if I had to choose a superpower.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
See Jared just flying over cities. There you go. If you were a bagel, what type of bagel would you be?
I want to say an everything bagel. not because of anything like personality wise to me, but my favorite bagel is an everything bagel. And
Okay. Would you have cream cheese? Like any like addition? Like
well, so everything bagel is pretty zesty. I'm a pretty plain and boring person.
Okay.
So to balance that out, personality wise, plain cream cheese on top.
Okay.
So it's like plain and boring on top, but a little zest underneath, So
Got a little zeal.
yeah. How about you?
I feel like I would be like a plain bagel, like just because like outwardly I feel like I don't look very like different. Like I don't wear like outrageous things or anything, so pretty like plain, like normal. But I feel like I would have like strawberry cream cheese because there's like that sweetness, like that softness. Like
okay.
I feel like that's what I would be.
Got you. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. What is the most recent dream you had?
So I had a dream last night, and this is gonna sound so weird, but like, I remember it was like me and my brother, and we were like putting groceries away in a freezer, and like I work at a grocery store too, so this might be why. I don't know why.
That's
whatever.
Probably has something to do with it.
But like, I had like an avocado in my hand, and it was like squishy and like I don't know, it was weird, and I was like, wow, it was almost like a water balloon. I was like, wow, I don't know why. I was just perplexed by it, and my brother's like, we don't have room for this, and I was like, okay. So that was just the most random thing I've ever dreamed. But anyway, how about you?
That's really unique.
Yeah.
My most recent dream is a lot less exciting.
Okay.
So usually, I'm weird. Where like I only dream if I get a normal amount, like a good amount of sleep. So I usually never dream because it's a problem. But last night, because it's a weekend, I got a good amount of sleep, so I had a dream last night. But I have a lot of assignments to do this weekend, and so I dreamed that I was like in the middle of working on an essay that I need to do, and then I looked and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I was like, wait, it was due at 11:55.
Oh, no.
And then like it was like one of those dreams that's like really vague and you only remember like little details about it, so it's really pretty boring. But
No,
that's my most recent dream.
That's okay. I mean, I've had dreams like that, but to me they're more like nightmares because I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like, I have to do this, and then like I remember last semester with finals week, it was literally like a week or two after finals had ended, like everything was submitted, like whatever, and I remember having a dream, and it was about Marino, like him giving us a essay or like a research paper. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't do that. And then I was like, well, it's too late now. It's 2 weeks late. So, but I did it. So
it's
good.
startling.
Good.
But
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
But
all right.
moving forward from that, what secret conspiracy would you like to start, like if you could?
Wow.
Yeah, that one's a hard one for me. I don't know.
Tim Jackson, this is focused on you. The conspiracy I would like to start is that you, in fact, are Batman, because Batman never sleeps. He is always busy because he lives a double life, a millionaire by day. Not saying you're a millionaire, I don't know. And a crime fighter by night. And I think you do enough to, like, you seem very busy. So it seems as if you are busy enough to fight crime at night. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but that is the conspiracy I would like to start. All right, let's see what's next. Do you have any weird phobias?
Okay, so earlier when you were like climbing on the ladder, setting everything up, like I'm not afraid for you, but I don't like ladders.
Gotcha.
And I think it has to do with being afraid of heights. Like I'm not afraid of the ladder. I'm just afraid of like getting higher onto the ladder.
Gotcha.
Because I feel like I'm gonna fall
Okay.
and be clumsy. I mean, as we stated earlier, I fell up the stairs twice within like 5 seconds.
That's
so
true.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm not afraid of bees, but I am afraid of hornets.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't think it's too crazy because like they're a lot bigger and stuff. But like if I see a bee, I'll like brush it off. But then if I see like it's a hornet, I would like
Oh yeah, no.
be genuinely like
You're just
scared.
like, okay.
Exactly. Because the other day, for the first time in my life, like earlier this week, one landed on me,
A hornet landed.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my God.
they're like that
Yeah.
big, so like it was horrifying. I
I
mean,
would be so
but
scared.
I didn't get stung. But like my dad got stung when he was a kid,
Mm.
and he said like if you get stung in the arm, then like usually like your arm goes numb and some people pass out. So it's like pretty intense. So I don't think it's too weird of a phobia, but
Yeah. It's definitely
Yeah.
not something that you want to happen.
yep, definitely not. Dang.
So I relate to that phobia. Like, I don't think it's weird, but others might. So. So do you have a car? And if so, does it have a name? What is it?
I do have a car.
Okay.
Her name is Shelby.
All right.
So, funny story behind that. When my parents got married, and when my oldest sibling is a girl, so when they knew they were having a girl, they're trying to figure out a name for her.
Yeah.
And my dad wanted to name the girl Shelby, and my mom absolutely hated that name because it reminded her of the car, a Shelby Cobra.
Okay.
So when I got my first car, I thought it would be funny, kind of like in my dad's honor, name it Shelby.
Okay.
But also it's ironic because it's like a really cheap kind of crappy car, and
Okay.
Shelby Cobra is like a very nice, very rare, expensive car. So it's like ironic. So yeah, how'd it go?
So I have a Jeep. I was actually talking about this last night with my friend Erica, and I don't have a name for my car.
Wow.
Like whenever I was younger, like I know a lot of girls would name like their dolls or their stuffed animals. Like as you get older, you name your car or like a boat. Like I don't have a boat, but if I did, I probably wouldn't name it. But I don't have a name for my car. I just like my parents and I like we joke around that it's like, oh, like my truck, because I always thought it sounded like the way it revs up, it's weird to me, but or I call it my Eep or my Yeep, because just like the silent J.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't have a name for my car.
Okay. Well, Eep could count, I guess. Yeah.
It's my Eep. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to our Q&A session today. I hope you really enjoyed it. We had fun doing it, answering questions, and we got to know each other more, and I hope you did too.
Yeah, for sure. And so thanks guys for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Appropriately. See you next
Bye.
time.